Clearly Reviews, and here today we're back with another prediction on one of these fights that's coming up in the near future. And this fight that I'm speaking about is Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira. And this one right here is going to be super exciting. Can Charles come at this fight from a different angle than he did before? I think so. I definitely think so. I think that this is going to be much different than we've seen in the original one. But one thing that I notice in Charles Oliveira's game is he is someone who is on attack at all moments. He is ready to find that finish at all moments. So what that does to him is it leaves him open for someone to counter him. And that leaves him open for someone with super tight technique, someone that's sharp in their tools on a level that Islam has, to actually take him out. So this is going to be interesting. Will Charles be able to get in there and get out of there quick with a finish, or will Islam make it a long night for him, and will Islam torture him throughout the whole fight? To be honest, I hate to say it because I'm truly much bigger of a Charles Oliveira fan, but I truly think that Islam is going to have a very high chance of finding that chin when Charles is coming in. When Charles comes in fast, he definitely has an opportunity to piece you up and really put you down. But someone like Islam, who is ready for war and who is also very calm in the moment, is gonna have a huge chance of finding that opening on Charles. So as sad as it is to say, I truly think that Islam will be the one that wins this one. I truly would love to see Charles be the one that wins, but it is what it is. I truly think that when it comes down to technique, there's not a lot of people that are better than Islam. Islam has sharpened his tools so sharp that he can be someone who isn't necessarily going to have a crazy variety of shots that he can throw at you, but what he's throwing at you is going to hurt, and it's definitely going to have a lot of impact on what happens throughout the fight. As we have seen in that Alexander Volkanovski fight, it is possible for someone who is a little bit smaller to come in and find those openings on someone like Islam. But once you match him up with someone that is a similar height and a similar build to an extent, I will say that Islam is much more bulked up than Charles, and that may help him in some ways. But I will have to say, someone who's shorter and bulked up like Alexander Volkanovski, it's very hard for anyone to beat someone like that. I truly think that that is the best shape and the best build for a fighter. When you're smaller but still have a lot of power and still are able to stick and move properly, it's insanely hard to deal with that, and it's very frustrating. And that's why we see people have the difficulty they have with someone like Alexander Volkanovski. But when it comes to Charles Oliveira and his approach on fights, I truly believe if he comes in at that rate that he comes into all of his fights at, where he's trying to come in and find that finish right away, it is not going to be good for him. So it is what it is. I truly will love to see Charles pull it off, but I think that Islam's going to be the one that does it. Is what it is.